Welcome back to the channel, everyone, for another solo Helldive. And as you see by the title of the video, this is, in my opinion, the hardest bug mission that has been released yet. And incidentally, the BLITZER, the shotgun electricity, it is the absolute best gun right now. It is my favorite gun right now, and in my opinion, it's probably the best one as far as coming with the bugs. So this mission is also the hardest one I have ever played on the bugs, and it's taken me quite a few tries to get the methodology down. But this one is essentially called the flag mission, or the flag raising mission. And on this mission, the objective is to essentially go to 3 different areas of the map and essentially wait for a flag to be raised. Now, if there's anything in my life that I have seen that is slower than watching paint dry, it's the damn flag that has to be raised. It is extremely slow to go up, but in my opinion, even faster to go down. That's just in my opinion, but it probably goes down at the same rate. It's just hard to do whenever you have a million bugs around you. So right off the bat, we're going to just go ahead and throw down our stratagems, such as the Quasar Cannon, the guard dog rover, and maybe a supply drop. But typically with supply drops, I usually like to use them around the objective. So when I do my circles and I do my little orbits and make all the bugs into a cute little whirlpool, I usually pass through my supply drops and then pick it up that way. And so here, let's see, we're going to just pick this area first, just because it's the farthest away from the objective, and we spawned right beside it. Mostly out of convenience, because I really am not a fan of just doing zigzags across the map. So here, as you see, we're going to try to go around, attempted to try to go around stealthy, but with the guard dog rover, that is definitely not something you can do. Now, on the patch that was just released, as of, I believe, like yesterday, that they increased the damage by, I think, like 50 on the guard dog rover. I know it says, you know, just increased, but it's essentially the same laser gun. It's the same like as the pistol, so it does a pretty good bit of damage. And I even noticed it not only just on the bugs, but also on the friendly fire this dog gives me whenever I do happen to pass around it. But right now we're just basically pulling all of the bugs out of the objective area, because similar to the citizen evacuation, whether you're doing the 50 or you're doing the 30, it is not possible to try to do it all in one area, because when you have all the breaches around it, you're just too cramped, there's not enough space. And even with this one, we have to raise a flag and stay in one confined area, there's just not enough room. I mean, I've played several, like 5 matches before this one to try to get it down, and essentially, you know, trying to muscle it out really isn't the move, especially when you have a bunch of chargers. Because like this game, I guess not really this game, but this actual mission, I have not seen just this many chargers in a minute. So I don't know whether or not it might be like a little stealth nerf by the developers, but there is a lot of chargers on this mission. Now, it's probably just because it's just this mission, since you have to stay in one area, and developers are like, we're going to send more, we're going to make sure he doesn't get it done. Well, they definitely did a good job, because I kill like at least 40 chargers on this match. And so here we're just basically going to try to finish going around and get them to spawn outside and really try to get them out of the way, because you will see here in a second, like this flag goes up extremely slow. Not only that, but the Quasar cannon, that absolute nerf is horrendous. Like, some say, oh, 5-6 seconds, it's not that long, but when you're actually running away from bugs, or you're trying to run out from a Bile Titan and you have to wait an additional 5 to 6 seconds, like used to it was, I believe, 13 seconds, so now it seems like it's about, what, 19 if the math is correct, which is insane. So having the Quasar cannon stratagem after you already have one, so you can swap around, is pretty much the clutch move if you're really smart about it and just want to get more bang for your buck. But I will continue to use the Quasar cannon because it's got infinite ammo, and fusing things like the we call it the eats and the other weapons that have a certain amount of ammo, it's fine, but I just like having the personal security knowing that I don't have to worry about ammo for this. And also, same goes with the energy weapons like the BLITZER. I had no idea like having an extra amount of shots per second or shots per minute really makes that big of a difference, but it is insane. Like, they increased it, like, I think it was like 20 shots a minute, which you can pretty much almost spam 1 a second. And it takes, I believe, 4 shots to 5 shots to kill a stalker, which is clutch, because I can't even kill a stalker with I think it's like 1.5 clips of the sickle just to try to kill a stalker. So why do that when you can just knock out 4 or 5 shots and those babies are out? So we should, in my opinion, get a good bit of stalkers, because knowing this match or this mission, you will get a ton. Like when I tell you will get a ton of everything, Tom, Dick, and Harry, balls, sweat, ass, everything, you will get all of it. But this is actually, in my opinion, probably my favorite mission they have released, since it's a lot more chaotic than a bug nest. Because a bug nest, you can just go and leave, go and leave, go and leave. While this one, you have to stay in the same area. No Diguna Minera. And it's, in my opinion, it's kind of like an Eradicate, except you got 3 mini Eradicates around the area. And it's just really cool. I know like the last time I played a flag mission was, I think, the very first time I spawned into my first Helldivers mission, which I wasn't really sure about it because there really weren't any bugs, but never in a million years did I think they would actually move it to Helldive mode, because Helldive, as you know, has increased enemies, increased armor on the enemies, and heavier types of enemies. So having all that together to me is just some beautiful organized chaos, and it's something that I love, especially when it comes to Helldive, is the challenges. Not only is it challenging, but doing it solo is a whole different breed. I'm not gonna lie, it has made me a better player, obviously, when it comes to playing, because you die a lot less when you're in squads, and you learn to rely on yourself more and find really cool tricks, such as like trying to bob and weave and juke bugs, finding out how close you can get to bugs before you can actually get hit by one, knowing the timing of their attacks, especially when it comes to the Bile Titans and Spewers. Like for instance, when you have the Bile Titan behind you and you can hear him about to recoil back and shoot at you, if you do a zigzag, you can actually dodge his little spew, which is pretty clutch. Another tip is just like whenever you're having the Khazar cannon and you have a charger coming at you, you can actually wind up your Khazar cannon, I'd say about before 1 to 2 seconds you're about to get hit, which can be a very close proximity. I mean, yeah, you might get hit by their corpse, but it won't kill you, and it might push you out of the way, and it's a very close call. But it's kind of like a really cute little tip if you think you're too close to shoot off the Khazar cannon. Another tip is kind of, oh my god, they hit hard. But another tip is when you're going around the Bile Spewers, you can pretty much bob and weave through all of them without having to worry about getting hit with their bile, because they can't shoot past, when they turn their head, they can't go past their shoulder, so their necks can't turn all the way around. But we're trying to essentially get out of this, so I think we might have a supply drop that's already out, so let's go ahead and just try to orbit all the way around. But as you can see by this one, it is a pain just to try to get this one enemy off. Like, the flag is already up. We just have to get the enemies out of the way. But it's hard to get the enemies out of the way when you have one like a Bile Titan that won't go away, and then you have other bugs that are naturally attracted to the Bile Titan. Obviously not romantically, but when it comes to spawns, they're more likely to have breaches when you have that big ass bug around. So right now we're just trying to let this Khazar cannon cool off and try to get rid of this Bile Titan so we can finally finish this first flag. So we're going to try to run around to this side, and kaboosh. I don't think it'll take 2-3 shots obviously to kill this thing. It'll probably be around, I don't know, usually 5 to 6. Now, as far as damage goes, I can definitely tell they changed the damage, because as far as nerfing goes, because it takes 2 to 3 shots to get away, or not to get away, to rid of a Spore Sewer, which usually it was 1. Now it's between 2 and 3, which to me is kind of a drastic change, because I mean, 2 shots takes a hell of a lot longer to do than just 1. So right now we're just going to be waiting here to see if we can just camp out and try to get the rest of this flag raised before any enemies come. But obviously when you have the Dog Rover, there's nothing safe that's within, I'd say, like 50-60 feet of you that runs around, because it just automatically engages. And as you see here, we have more bugs coming in. So let's go ahead and get rid of this charger. See what I mean by the charger being close and knocking its face off. Oh my god, and we have a bug breach behind us. So let's just run over and just try to throw in, let's say, an airstrike. That should clear some of the enemies off. And let's... oh my god, this corpse. I am glad though now whenever a corpse does fall, it does not kill you like the Bile Titan legs when they fly over and just smack you right in the face. Thank goodness they fixed that, because that would just be the most annoying death. Let's just try to get rid of this Bile Titan now. Jesus Christ. I thought we timed it perfectly to where like we could keep him from spewing at us, but apparently not. So let's run over, let's see. Yeah, I'll just call it a resupply. That should just give us a little bit more, I guess, security when it comes to getting stems. So let's try to get rid of this baby. Alright, kind of boom. So let's run over here. I don't see really any. Is that a whole batch of hunters, man? Alright, let's see. We should knock out the majority of them with this napalm. Let's see. To me, napalm and eagle strikes are probably the two best stratagems when it comes to eradicating bugs, because they're just so potent, especially when it comes to just kills. I used to like to run the cluster bomb, but it wouldn't always do a lot with the heavies, while the airstrike is more potent when it comes to like defeating chargers and putting and like dealing damage on Bile Titans. So we have one done, thank the Lord. That one took almost half the match just to do the first one. If that tells you how rough this is going to be. So let's see, we got what, 29 minutes left, and then now we have to do 2 more. So let's see, I don't think, no, we're just gonna wait and call it another resupply at the next objective. So let's head on over to it. Alright, we're officially at this destination. Let's just go ahead and call in this first flag. We obviously blew our cover thanks to our guard dog, so let's just at least see how much attention we can not draw. I don't think the ones in the front saw us, so we should be okay with this stealth. Never mind. Stealth is out the window. Just completely out the window with the guard dog rover. So let's see, how many... I don't think... Oh yeah, we have a bug breach, and we have a Bile Titan. Yep, that means we're getting the fuck out of Dodge. So let's run back this way, and basically do our cute little circle like we'd love to especially do when it comes to escorts and evacuation missions, because as you've seen, like if you're not new to my channel, as you've seen from my bug videos, you pretty much rely on bugs having their scent when it comes to you evading them. Now that's the cool thing about bugs, is if they can't find you, they will essentially go where you used to be. Usually it's like a deviation of like 5 to 6 seconds. Let's see, let's go ahead and get rid of the stalker. We got what, 2 shots, 3 shots to kill that one. Like, this is an absolute lifesaver with the stalkers, like, because I swear stalkers will absolutely make or break your game. This goes especially whenever you have other guns such as, like, I don't know, the sickle or the scythe. Things like that take so much ammo, much less an SMG or even the penetrator. Like, I cannot kill a stalker with a penetrator to save my life, because like I've done so on many level 1 loadouts and stratagems. The penetrator is absolute dog water against the stalkers. So this one next to the eruptor is pretty much my go-to when it comes to making sure stalkers are dead, because I never knew the blitzer was as bad as it used to be until all it really needed was just an increase in shots per minute. So definitely this is going to be my new go-to when it comes to unlimited ammo. Sickle is okay if you just want to do like a bunch of just spray and pray. This one is just really good if you want to kill multiple enemies at once. And so when it comes to this one in really tight quarters, especially when it comes to hunters or scavengers, this is your best friend in taking those away. And that's pretty good against the bile spewers or nursing spewers. It takes, I'd say, about 5 to 6 shots to knock those babies out. Meanwhile, if obviously you have the eruptor or grenades, that pretty much 1 or 2 shots them. So let's try to run around to this side. We do have a good bit behind us. Let's just try to get this Bile Titan out of the way. So that's another one to the top of the head. Looks like we have another Bile Titan behind us. So let's try to essentially cut through this way. And let's see how much we can get this flag raised. Alright, let's see. We're just going to have to do an airstrike. At least get rid of some of those enemies and do some damage to the Bile Titans. That way next time we do shoot our Kazar cannon, it should probably knock at least one of them out. So let's see. I think one of them's at least bleeding out pretty well. Let's just go for this one up here. Alright, let's go around the corn husks. I guess it's corn. It looks like corn. We'll just call it corn. Let's see, let's run around. We should be able to finally knock this baby out. If I'm not mistaken, this behind us should be a stalker nest, because I mean, we've seen like 2 or 3 stalkers doing our little orbit. Ooh, we'll probably go around the stalker nest on another go round. Let's see. We should have the majority of them evacuated. Alright, let's get that guy to bleed out a little bit more. We got plenty of time though. We got what, 24 minutes left to do 2 more. Oh yeah, we got hella time. Like every time I look at the clock, I think of Mr. Incredible at the very beginning of The Incredibles driving. He's like, I got time. Oh yeah, doing this? I got time. Saving a cat from a tree? I got time. Let's see, let's go ahead and knock that baby out. Stalker should be out from that bile. Yep. Clutch. Now, and as soon as we come back, another bug breach. Like, you never get a break on this from bug breaches. But honestly, the amount of bug breaches you have on this mission kind of reminds me of the bots mission when it comes to things like evacuate priority citizens, when you have to do 50 of them. So that mission, believe it or not, they actually did remove, because so many people did complain about the difficulty. Like, not gonna lie, it took me about 72 games to finally get a method down. So definitely have PTSD from that mission. But either way, I don't mind having tons of bug breaches, unlike bots. Because bug breaches, I mean, they're fun. You don't have lasers shooting at you. You don't have rockets. You don't have, like, grenades thrown at you. Instead, you just have maybe some bile and just a bunch of just hunters flying at you. Which, yes, hunters are super damn annoying, but obviously with the blitzer, it's your best friend. Let's see, we can run through here. We might be able to loop this guy back around. Yeah, we're just going to do that. Because there's no way we'll be able to raise this flag with this many right here in the area. Alright, let's see. Let's throw that one back there. That should get rid of the Bile Titan, maybe. Let's see if we can get some fire on it.
That's called democracy.
Nope, still bleeding. Alright, this next shot of the Khazar cannon should about do it. Let's go ahead and get rid of these pipsqueaks. But I'm low-key kind of shocked at just how many guns they nerfed and how few they actually buffed. But it kind of does make sense, because usually when they do a bunch of things like this, they're either trying to level out the game before something like a new war bond or a new gun coming out or new stratagems, which they have released 2 of them. But that's another video. Like, I did one of to how bad the airburst was, but doing all these nerfs pretty much tells me, and buffs pretty much tells me, that something big is going to be coming soon, and they're just trying to get the playing field leveled out, so that way when they do add these other weapons, it won't be just like a lopsided, just heavy loaf of bread. Alright, so let's come around to this side, where we can hit this guy from this far. We actually did. Alright, see, we do have a stalker nest to our left, so we do need to watch out for that. We have a little over 21 minutes left. Yeah, we still got plenty of time. See, I'm trying to be able to knock out this bile. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, now that was a close one. Alright, did not see those. I'm telling you, nursing spewers will catch up on you like no other, because they don't really make any noise when they move. The only time you do really hear them make a noise is when like they're getting hit and they sound like a bunch of cows trying to squeal like a pig, which is an odd thing to kind of imagine, but that's pretty much what goes through my head when I see those. So let's just run around to this side. As you see, I don't think there's any bugs here right now. So let's just go ahead and run through here. Let's throw out a strat that way. Kind of increase the distance between us and the closest ones. Alright, now let's raise this flag like Iwo Jima. Alright, let's see. So the biles are way back there. We might be able to hide from these. Nope, we do have a stalker that way. Let's see, 2 shots, 3 shots, 4, 5. Okay, this is taking a little bit longer at a distance, that's for sure. Like, the drop-off is pretty significant in my opinion now. Let's see. Alright, he is out. Alright, so those biles are awesome. Okay. We do have a charger, just to blow his face off. So as you see, you can get pretty close. Let's see, let's go ahead and blow these guys out, electrocute them, light them up like a Christmas tree. We're at what, like 19 minutes now. I am absolutely loving this blitz or Blitzer, whatever, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer. I'm absolutely loving this gun because you can do a pretty good bit of damage control as far as whenever it comes to just having hordes, especially with hunters, because they can do like multiples at once, which to me is kind of satisfying to see. Like, yeah, the sickle is cool with all the shots and sounds pretty badass, but as far as just more value when it comes to doing the shots, this is bae. And it actually fires off pretty much, I think, like maybe a split second or second faster than the sickle, because the sickle, it kind of takes a minute for it to charge up and then start shooting. This one's pretty much just like a spurt. So that's definitely one big thing I love, especially when you have a bunch of hunters behind you. You can just go ahead and spray them off. I wonder if I think we did get that from this far. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get some more supplies. We have, what, 18 minutes left. Doing pretty good right now on time. This, like, as you see here, it, oh my god, just jinxed us. It does take a good bit of time just to get away and just to thin out some of these bugs. It's a great timing by that. Alright, where's our stuff? Let's go pick that baby up. Alright, boom. That guy's out. We have 2 chargers. I think they're just stuck, or they're confused, or not really sure what they're doing, but we're going to take it. We are going to take these handouts, and we are going to run with them. Now, where is this damn flag raising at? I cannot tell. I know there's like a little bit of sound, but there's just so much going on right now, I can't hardly hear where it's at. Alright, so we are farther away. Let's just go ahead and blow that guy out. Alright, so let's bob through here. Alright, where is this thing at? Let's see, we're still looking. It should be... Don't tell me we were just right at it. Oh, there it is. Oh my god, it's low-key hard to see. I know that drone is there, but I guess it was camouflaged with the boulders. Let's see, let's go ahead and get this stalker out of the way. Yes, this Blitzer, whatever you guys want to call it, is my new favorite gun. As far as when it comes to the bugs, it is just great. I am actually glad they did kind of change it up as far as like shots per minute, because it is kind of refreshing to be using a different gun with energy, because used to, I thought this was the worst energy gun right next to the energy pistol, which they actually increased by 50 on its damage. So I think that did carry over to the Guard Dog Rover, even though the Guard Dog Rover just says an increase in damage, because in my opinion it's pretty much the same gun. Let's see, let's go ahead and throw some more flames out just to hold those guys back. And this should pretty much put that nail in the coffin for the second objective. But I'm really loving this mission. Like, it's probably my favorite one they've released yet. Before, it used to be the eggs, and I started to really like the geothermal, whatever you want to call it, soil samples, but this one is actually pretty fun. It's just way more hectic. You've got a lot more bugs to deal with, and I think it has the potential to get like a 1400 kill game, because I mean, using this and trying to get this method down, like I had one game that was like over 1,000 kills, but I was like, well, we at least want to do a video with all the objectives, so we're doing all the objectives on this one. But this is very solid of a mission, and if you haven't played this mission, you definitely have to, because it's, in my opinion, a real thrill. Let's see, let's go ahead and head over to the last objective. And we have saved the worst one for last, because this one is in the middle of a literal fire ant nest. It is just hell all the way around. So not only do we have to get, raise the flag on the top of a hill to where you can actually be seen by bugs a lot easier, but we have like, I think it was like, what, we have at least 3 bug spawns right around this too. So it is going to be one juicy line of a game. And I believe back up here we do have some bug holes or a bug nest, so that's also going to be a factor when it comes to driving them away, especially with the new spawns. Oh my god, I don't know what these things are called. These little pores, these little just sponge-shaped loofahs. God damn. But those are... I have never had a problem with them until as of probably recently, because I would just never be around them, or I'd be on planets that they really weren't even on. But they are extremely annoying, especially when you're not even like around anything. They just blow up and just launch you sideways. Let's see, let's go ahead and try to dispose of these bad boys. I don't think we're going to be able to pick our stuff up, so we either might call some in or might just have to loop around and get them, because we have so many coming in. As you can see, this gun is extremely satisfying to use. Just honestly, just by the chain reactions is just, I don't know, just like hearing when you're vacuuming, hearing a bunch of dirt and it just cackles, that it pretty much is equivalent to that type of satisfaction. Let's go ahead and just dispose of these bad boys and just kind of increase them all on this side, so when we do run around, some of the slackers will actually still be around this area. Let's see, can we pick those up? No, not even gonna try it, because we still have to raise this flag with only 12 minutes to go. But as Mr. Incredible says at the beginning of The Incredibles, I've got time, and we have plenty of time. We're not going to rush this, kind of like how we're not going to rush, or we did not rush the evacuation missions. Like, you just have to play it along with the clock, and that's essentially what we're trying to do right now. So jump up this way. I believe we also have a supply down this way as well, so we might just have to loop around and snag it, because one stem is not just going to do it. Let's see, let's go ahead. Those should be thinned out a little bit and kind of stop the spawns from hitting us to the left, so we won't be flanked that bad. Jesus Christ. Alright, stem back up, and where is... there she is. And all of her glory waiting on us. Alright, let's go ahead and pick those bad boys up, and let's start raising this flag. Or shoot, or not? They're just, nah, we're just gonna have to dispose of some of these holes. Let's knock that one out. I know when destroying bug holes in the middle of an objective actually makes the spawns a lot more concentrated, but that's what we're gonna do because it's more satisfying and gives me peace of mind knowing that I'm not going to have one spawn literally right under me. See, let's loop de loop, throw in an airstrike, kind of try to get some of those spewers out of the way, kind of like popcorn. Let's see. Alright, we got a good bit of them out. Alright, that should be all of the nuisances, at least on that side. We should be able to loop around and get our stuff up the hill though, because we are definitely in dire need of at least a Kazar cannon and or the dog rover. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see any up here. Now, the downside of having maps that are foggy like this, you really can't see anything on your radar, UAV, whatever you want to call it, potato. So that is one downside, but we do have the stealth portion of this. And once you honestly get to like using some type of skin like this one, as far as the light armor, you get used to moving a lot faster, and it's really hard to do anything else as far as other armors. I think I've seen or heard the same about people whenever they have the armors that have like a 30% stratagem throwing increase. I mean, it would definitely mess with my head when it comes to throwing distances, so I feel that pain. Hell, even when I first started, I was using the, I believe it was like the armor, medium armor that has like the 2 extra stems and like 2 extra grenades, mostly because I was dying a ton to try to get used to playing Helldive solo. And so once I quit using that and went to this armor, it took a little bit getting used to, but pretty much now our feet are wet. So let's loop around to this side and at least start to raise this flag, because Jesus Christ is it rough. But let's see, I don't see any more going that way, but we're going to chunk one there anyway, because I do think we are low on eagles, so we definitely do have to start rearming this eagle pretty soon, because we only have, what is it, 9 minutes and 10 seconds left just about. Yeah, we are really cutting this close. Plus we have to even go to extraction, so we have to have time for that. Let's go and just get this charger out of the way and then just really start being aggressive, because It is really cutting close, and I do not like having this type of pressure with this little time left, but we're gonna do the best we can with what we have. So that's all we can do. Same goes with life. See, let's get rid of these little popcorn kernels. Jesus. We're gonna be fine though. We have like 2 more lives left. We have plenty of time. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. No rush. I mean, hell, it was like doing the airburst review on Eradicate. Like that one, we literally finished that mission by I think it was like 4 seconds, 5 seconds. So we're not stranger to cutting matches close. So let's see, we have this guard dog rover, let him go to work on those little guys. And let's just go ahead and just spray these guys out. It is very satisfying to knock out brood commanders with 2 shots, let me tell you what. Because using the sickle takes about 1 whole clip to just go through their face as far as that armor plate goes. And this one, you just shock the shit out of them. You know, Avada Kedavra, Emperor, Palpatine, pretty much all of those together. So let's see, we have a few more up top. Let's see, do we have any more? No, we have to wait on our eagle to get done. Let's see, let's just go ahead and try to spray these guys out. Alright, his face is gone. Let's go ahead and just dodge this bad boy. Let's see, we do have a good bit of hunters. And see what I mean by like just getting a shot off real quick with the blitzer? It is very satisfying. Because I'm just used to waiting like maybe a second or 2 before the sickle starts to kick off. And this one's just like an instantaneous just shock. So it's something I definitely am really loving, as well as the multi-kills with this gun. So I'm definitely going to try to do at least a 12 to 1300 plus kill game with this. So definitely be on the outlook for that video, because matches like this one or missions like this one have huge potential for bug spawns and huge potential for high kill games. Like I did one video and it was just taking these randoms into their first Helldive match, because I literally was just going in and out, in and out, in and out of just quick joints until I found a group of people. It was like on like level, I think like 7 difficulty, asking them, hey, have you guys ever done a Helldive? And none of them had done it. So I was like, well, let's just go into a Helldive match and, you know, just try to, you know, drop a 1000 kill game and give these guys the best Helldive mission they've had. And that video is up, really wholesome, hilarious. But anyhow, we're going to try to replicate on solo, like I said, the 1300 plus kill game. Let's run up this way and just raise this flag before we get too sidetracked and killing all these guys. So let's run up this way, raise it up. If there's any type of music that just makes this a little bit more stressful, it has to be this one, or the Insidious. It was like, I'm not going to sing it, but it's the one where it plays in the background, like, oh! That one, it reminds me of that one, because it's just like, in just horrific situations, you have the most eerie kind of music. And to me, that is what, essentially the same thing as far as this mission, but it's probably just me. I probably watch way too many horror movies and play too many horror games. So let's run around to this side, and we would get an ion storm when we're trying to call stuff in, but it's just the luck of the draw and the luck of the game, because this game is really highly based on luck, which does make it kind of fun and unexpected, and that really comes in hand with replayability. So let's run over, let's get these out of the way. Good lord, there's becoming a lot. Alright, we got 5 minutes left. Like Mr. Incredible says, I got time, we got plenty of time. I haven't timed it, but it seems like it takes like 1 to 2, I'd say like 2 minutes for that damn thing to raise. So let's go ahead and just cram down here. Okay, this should work. Because, good lord, these are taking forever to just eradicate all the bugs around. Alright. And of course, our dog rover gives us away once again. That is probably the biggest drawback of being stealth or just trying to do this as far as being hidden, is this. But it is what it is, and we're going to continue to try to play this out. I know we have less than 4 minutes to go, like 350, but it's still possible, even though we still have a Bile Titan with us, and we can't even finish the mission unless we get rid of the Bile Titan, because even if the flag does get raised, you have to kill all the enemies out of the area. So, no pressure, and we blow up. Alright, it's all gonna be okay. So let's just try to get this Bile Titan out of the way. Oh, thank God. Alright, let's pick up our stuff, keep our chin up, and keep throwing the punches. And that's what we're going to do. So let's go right back here. Alright. We have almost 3 minutes remaining. Something has to give. Come on. Because if we continue throwing punches, eventually something is just going to be like, you know what? I guess I'll let them win. No. No. Don't give us away. Come on. Come on. I know we can do this. Alright. Whatever is there is not happy. Come on. Almost there. This is the slowest flag. Jesus Christ. And we have Biles. No. Just let us win, man. Come on. Alright. Whew. Okay. Let's get the hell out of Dodge. We have 2 minutes, around 2 minutes remaining, and if I'm not mistaken, missions like this one typically have a 3.5, I'd say 3.5, 4 minute. We'll just say, you know what? I'm just gonna guess. We're just gonna have like a 3-minute countdown. Oh God, this, like I said, this one is the most difficult bug mission I think we've ever had, but in a way it's the best one because challenges are great. That's what keeps you coming back and playing, something that just keeps you wanting to try to improve and find different strategies and ways of doing it, and also just making you a better overall player. But we're going to throw in all of our stratagems because the clock is almost out and we're going to need any and everything we got, because with extractions like this on the corner of the map with not really much to move around, it's going to be that type. So let's run over here. I'm just going to try. We can crawl it. I don't think there's any bugs on us, so you might just be able to stealth it out. No, not anymore. Alright. So let's just get rid of some of these biles. Come on. Jesus Christ, it's like a nest of ticks. Alright, we have 2 minutes remaining, about 2:16. So let's run around to this side. This would be a nice cliff I think we could get on. Only downside is if there's bile titans, but I don't see any yet. Oh geez, we might take the L on this. Ooh, and we're right on the edge. Jesus Christ, come on. Come on! Jump! There's no way we were getting out of that. Alright, let's see. Let's just cliff it. Cliff it like Clifford. We're just going to see what we can do.
Point me to the enemy.
Alright, 150. I don't see any bile titans, so I think we'll be safe up here. Yeah, I don't see anything. We'll be good. And of course, I jinx myself. As soon as I say things like that, shit comes up. But we might be able to dodge some of their spewers. So let's just say if we come up here, we get them to launch it. Alright. This might be the move. Alright, so we're gonna have him run around to that side. We got less than a minute. Alright, let's just go ahead and one-shot that bad boy. Oh shit, did not get out of the way in time for that one. I didn't even see that one up. Whew, we got the mission done though. That's all that matters. To me, that is literally the only thing that matters. As you can see on this, brand new mission for Helldive. It is great. It's my favorite. It's the most challenging one I believe we've had, as far as having a bunch of bugs around you and getting the flags up and having to stay in one area. And not only that, but in my opinion, this is the best gun for the bugs. As far as practicability, feasibility, ability to just maneuver it around, getting shots off fast, getting chain reactions, multiple kills, this is it, especially with the amount of ammo, which is infinite. So everyone, I hope this helps as far as what I did, and I sure hope this feedback from the Arc Blitzer, or the shotgun electricity gun, hope that helps. But thank you all for watching, and I'll catch all of you in the next one.